Both parties have their own level of infighting. With the Democrats, it's the young versus the experienced. It's the far left and the center right. But it's all about power, who can lead and lead us where? Who's the best messenger and who's got the best message so that we can get one or more of these houses back? That is the Democrats. And whenever you're in crisis as an organization or in your family or individually, right, you got to make smart decisions. And so everyone in politics thinks they're making smart decisions. But here, the challenge from the far left, the challenge from the younger politicos to those who are established, that's real. That's not infighting. That's just politics. And whether you're going to wait for it to be given to you or you're going to go take power, that's what's driving the far left. And that's what's driving young people who can't wait to get in the mix and to lead.
And given the results of the most recent election, does that point in the direction of the younger, more progressives to be the next leaders?
Well, they're a driving force in New York for sure. And then they're a driving force in the far left. And so we got to be careful about reading trends into elections. Every election cycle is different. Every election is different. Mamdani is clearly an issue to take away from that is the affordability argument. But if you're talking affordability, it doesn't matter whether you're coming from the far left or you're a socialist. You're talking about improving the quality of life for individuals around this country or in your district. That's got to be a winning message, no matter who brings it.
Senator John Fetterman spoke about the extremes within the Democratic Party. Here's what he told my colleague Chris Cuomo.
America's future and my party's future is not socialism or kinds of outlandish far left kinds of ideas. It's going to be a competition of ideas, and we know that's not going to prevail. You know, what's going to prevail is common sense. What's going to prevail, choosing this country over, part of the extreme in our party.
Is this reminiscent a little bit, Scott, of the Tea Party movement, that the progressives, are having a big influence within the Democratic Party? And how does this fundamentally change the ideas and policies?
Well, I wish John Fetterman and those moderates would do more to help the party versus hurt the party, to vote with the party versus against the party. They always have a choice to represent their constituents, to represent the party, or to represent what's right. Those aren't always consistent. The reality is there is this fight going on, and how the outcome is depends on who's going to work harder. The Democrats in the House and Senate do have a seniority issue. Many of them are in their 70s and 80s. And I don't see many of them retiring other than a few of them who have said, Jerry Nadler, for example, who have said it's time to share leadership. I believe in sharing leadership. But, this is politics. Nobody's going to give it to you. You got to take it to the fight to those who have the power, and you got to grab it, fight for it, and then be an excellent leader, a servant leader once you get it. So just winning isn't the only thing, but having a message and the right messenger is really what's going to transform the country. Whether you're a Democrat or a Republican or independent, we need this country to come together, but more importantly, we need some really strong political, economic, and social results that are going to get America out of this chaos state and have us moving in the right direction, even if it is a competition of ideas.
And real quick, I'm out of time, but I wanted to ask you this. I mean, the infighting, does it come at a cost within the party and take the eye off the ball, that is health care and affordability on that front?
Well, nobody's going to be defeating Hakeem Jeffries. It's nice to challenge and what have you, but we got bigger issues vis-a-vis affordability, vis-a-vis taking the House back, maybe the Senate, and what happens in 2028. So the infighting just comes with the process. I'm a former state party chair, so you're going to have that. But what we don't need is unforced errors that could impact the Democrats' ability to not only lead, but to have enough votes and to lead in the House or lead in the Senate by the majority. Those are bad distractions. Good distractions are we got a heavy bench of people who can lead and want to lead and want to lead now. That's fine. But let's not hurt the overall process in representing millions of Americans who deserve a better economic life.
A. Scott Bolden, thank you, sir, as always.
Thank you.